Tonight's game we're going to talk about, or at least preview, where the Utah Jazz visit the Phoenix Suns at Footprint in the Valley of the Sun. 9 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off Eastern, and 6 p.m. in the real time, Vegas time. The two will go at it for the fourth time this year. Fourth time already this year. That's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss. We're going to discuss the first three, or at least review the first three games between these two Western Conference foes, and you'll find similarities, you'll find trends, and I'll break down to a small degree what I believe will happen tonight isn't going to be much different from what happened the first three times. All Suns wins. First win early in the season, October 28th. The Suns led by 30 midway through the third, ended up winning by margin, and did so without two of their big three. It was all Durant that game. He scored 26. Aaron Gordon moved in the starting lineup. He had 21. And the Suns won by 22 points, 126-104 on that October 28th night. Victory by a Suns team that was expected to be competing for a Western Conference championship and possibly an NBA title. Those projections and expectations have changed a little bit. They've gone up, back, depending on who was healthy and who wasn't healthy for this Suns team. The second meeting between these two in Utah, the Suns entered this game without a traditional point guard. The way the lineup set, they had Booker and Durant, and both Booker and Durant were in shooting positions, not necessarily point positions. But after the game, Durant had something interesting to say, and this is what he said. He said, we're natural point guards, too. We're natural basketball players. We can play every position. We just set people up and be set up as well. Per Durant, again, post-game presser. Vogel was asked the same question. Can you be viable? Can this team be viable? Can they hold serve throughout the rest of the season without a traditional point guard? And of course, Vogel said something about Beal entering the mix soon and that he would be a traditional piece of the puzzle. But he said, listen, Booker is one of the best shooting guards in the league. And now he's a point guard. And he's playing like it while also scoring the ball as well. What did he have tonight? 15 assists and 1 turnover is exactly what happened in Game 2. 15 assists, 1 turnover, and Booker scored 22 of his 26 points in the second half. Behind a performance by Durant that was Durant-like. I think he's one rebound short of a triple-double. The third game between these two teams, the first, and this was only 2 days after the second game. This is Friday night in Utah. Now we're Sunday night in Utah, November 19th, and the matchup isn't any different. Durant scores 39, has 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and the Suns win 140-137 in double overtime. They'd won their third straight over Utah, the second time in 3 days. And again, Booker, 26, 22 after halftime, 8 assists. Gordon pitched in again, an underappreciated bench of this Phoenix team. He adds 20, Nurkic has 18, and Grayson Allen finished with 14. The momentum this Phoenix team has gained since the health of Beal. And while he's questionable for tonight's game, I have information that he will play tonight and the Suns will be intact. And the Jazz will have 2 new pieces or 3 new pieces with 3 pieces departing. In that third game, Utah lost despite the advantages they typically win with. 27-18, second chance points. 26-12 edge in fast break points. After winning 9 of 10 games during a stretch to begin January, Utah has leveled off a little bit, 5-6 overall, with wins over bottom east, or at least eastern bottom feeders, Washington and Charlotte. They did have a win at home over an injury-riddled Milwaukee team, or a short-bench Milwaukee team. And their last win came against the Thunder team, a game I'm not even going to discuss. It was an outlier. So many different things happen. It has to be investigated. And come back and visit us here, and hopefully I'll have a opt-in on that too for you and give you some answers, at least answers what I believe will be that are pertinent to what happens for the rest of the season. This Suns team, again, they continue to do more offensively than they give up defensively. And I use this term all the time, again, in NFL games, is that the offense will outscore the defense. And that's what the Suns do. They go on runs. They know how to win. There's no doubt that this team knows how to win. They have pieces that know what to do in mission critical situations, late in games, early in games, whatever the case may be. But tonight it's all about the Suns. Phoenix Suns win, cover, and in the end by a margin of 10 or more. Maybe even 20 if you're thinking about an alternative line. Remember that every dollar won costs 6 pence of pain for 2 cents of profit. It's just part of the long journey and the hard work involved in sports investing. And if before I go, please, if you're interested in programming, breaking news, updates on changes in programming, anything going on in the Wager Talk family, hit the subscribe button. You'll get all that information delivered right to your inbox. Same cig or vape break tomorrow, same Wager Talk time. I'll be here with another NBA preview just for you. Thanks for dropping by.